Hey, thanks for checking out my video. Today we're going to make some shortcut cinnamon rolls out of some Kings Hawaiian rolls. They're delicious. You don't have to make any dough and roll it out and all of that. You can make these really quick. So I will put the recipe in the description. So first you're going to take a package of 12 Hawaiian rolls and you're going to cut them in half with a serrated knife. So you just find your halfway spot and just kind of saw your way on through. Okay, there we go. I'm going to take the top half off, put it right there, have our bottom half right here. I've got a stick of very soft butter here and 3/4 cup of loose brown sugar. And I'm using salted butter, so if it was unsalted butter, I'd put a little bit of salt in there, but since it's salted, I'm not going to do that. You just want to mix up your butter and your brown sugar. Oh, and we have to put some cinnamon in there as well. Put a tablespoon of cinnamon in our sugar and butter. Make sure your butter's nice and soft. You don't have to have it melted, but you need to have it for sure room temperature so that it's spreadable. Okay, so we're going to use about half of it on the inside here, and we're going to save half of it for the top. Just going to spread this on. Okay, there we go. And we're going to put our top back on. I'm going to put this in a tin so that cleanup will be very easy. And now we're going to put the rest of our butter mixture on top. Just spread it around as good as you can on top. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's all going to melt and ooze down all over everything anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, that's ready to go. Don't want to waste any of this good butter and sugar. I'm going to put a piece of foil on top, put them in the oven for 20 minutes. And while they're baking, we're going to make the frosting for the top. Okay, so now we're going to make the frosting that's going to go on top of our cinnamon rolls. And we just need 2 ounces of cream cheese, which there's 8 ounces to a block. So if you cut it in half, that makes each half 4 ounces. And then you cut it in half again, you get 2 ounces, and that's what we need. And then we need a half a stick of butter. And I did not take this out early enough so that it would be at room temperature, so I'm going to put it in the microwave for just about 10 seconds. Okay, then to our 2 ounces of cream cheese and our half a stick of butter, I'm going to add a heaping cup of powdered sugar. And I'm using half and half. I'm going to put a tablespoon of half and half in there, but you could use heavy cream, you could use whole milk, whatever you've got on hand. Now if you happen to have some leftover buttercream, like say you made a cake or cupcakes or something, you had some leftover buttercream, you could also use that as your icing. Or if you really just didn't want to make homemade icing, you could buy the stuff comes in a can. You know, it's not as good, but it would work if you were in a rush or just didn't feel like making it. So this is going to go on top, and it doesn't look like a whole lot of frosting, but it's only 12 small cinnamon rolls, so we don't really need a lot. So as soon as it comes out, we're going to let it sit for 5 minutes, and then we're going to put the frosting on. Okay, so our cinnamon rolls are out of the oven, and I let them sit for about 5 minutes. That's what they look like. We're going to put the frosting on them now while they're still warm. Okay, there we go. Ready to eat. And these are little guys, so don't feel too guilty if you eat 2 of them. So good, and that frosting is like the kicker. It's really super good. And you didn't have to make any dough, you didn't have to roll anything out, didn't have to cut them into slices. Super easy, super quick, super delicious. I hope you enjoyed the video, and send me a comment, let me know how they turned out if you made them. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care.